Oh, the guy giving the TED Talk was the guy in the experiment?
Yeah, he was experimented on, and that's why he dedicated his life to the study of evil. And he talks about a lot of different things in that TED Talk. And another one is the very famous study where they took people, and this was done in the 60s, and they had an actor hooked up to electrodes in a lab, quote unquote. And it was really just an actor pretending to be hooked up to electrodes. And they would take unsuspecting bystander,
and they would fry his ass.
Yeah, and they would say they had a man standing in it who wasn't even a doctor. They didn't say he was a doctor. He was just a man standing in a white lab coat. And they would say, push it higher every time he missed a question or whatever. Push the voltage higher. And the actor would be screaming his head off, screaming. And then eventually they would get him to push it all the way to fatal.
Yeah.
And they would say fatal. So I've heard that explaining a lot of, wow, that just totally failed.
Oh, you didn't throw it?
Oh, I never threw it. Okay. Never throwed it. Never threw it.
Didn't throw it.
Throwed it. That sounds bad.
It's fucking insane.
They use that to talk about
the thing,
Zyklon
though,
B.
is like, and I don't know about you guys, but it tends to be like, for me in those situations, like, you know, and I feel like, I'd like to feel this is like the common case for people is when you hear like injust shit like that, you just get, damn, that guy got up there, pissed off.
Yeah.
And like if I were in that situation, I'm just like, you motherfuckers.
You
like
never
when
know.
I fucking
Apparently,
get out
if
of here,
everyone else will do that,
you know, like no, just like if you're the prisoner, you know what I mean, and you're just like, God, fucking assholes, you know, like, and then when you are let go, to not just be like, oh, I mean, I totally understand it was part of this experiment, to be like, no, fuck you, like, let's lock your ass up in there.
Yeah, that's my thing about revenge. I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
like if something like that happens to you, I want revenge.
And it's
like,
just the thing. It's like it's
a
weird to admit that,
person.
like, yeah, it's weird to admit that, like, I feel like no fucking vengeance is demanded. You are an abusive piece of shit to us. You know, we need to lock your ass up in there and fucking kick you around for a little bit.
And what's great is like, or what's great for like the people who run it is that, I mean, by having them sign the waivers, they cover themselves legally. There's nothing that they can do.
I mean, and it ended up being a fucking important experiment. I mean, they were a part of a fucking important experiment.
It is weird, like, unless
it went haywire, and it's unfortunate they had to do it, but it exposed something.
That's the same time,
something
like,
real.
They knew there was a possibility of, like, I mean, they knew what they were studying. They knew they were going to get all in there and be buddies with everybody. The purpose of the experiment was to show that something would happen, and something did happen. It just went further than they expected it to happen.
Yeah.
So they knew shit wasn't going to be like, you know, rainbow light.
Quiet down in there. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I mean, that would be amazing in itself, too, though, to know that, like, you know, like, to see that play out where someone's just, like, they just go about their days and, like, you know, live their life, like, treat it like a job of, like, shut up in there, Krasinski, before I come in there and kick you in the ass. I'm trying to get some shut-eye.
Pretend, though. I don't know how you go from pretend to...
Monkey Island, like fucking Lord of the Flies type shit.
Like immersion in the situation.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's like they get caught up in the fantasy and they're, you know, they all run away with it. Plus, it's
that's the same. That's the same logic people use for masturbating, though. I got caught up in the fantasy. Like that's fucked up. That shouldn't happen that way. I guess I can't say that I wouldn't do the same, though. You know, because I've never been in that experiment. But
well, I'll put it like in a real base situation, like you know, one of my favorite things I've ever done was I went to this thing called Oklahoma D-Day. It's just a big paintball event, and you get like I did stuff physically and mentally that I wouldn't do otherwise because I got so in to fucking acting like this soldier running around the fucking woods shooting people, and so it was just like you're surprised what you're capable of when your mind gets in that. You know, it's almost like when you're a kid.
Well, what did you do? What did you do? There's different things that can be done. Did you hit somebody, or did you shoot them in the face with a paintball, or did you just like shoot them with paintballs multiple times?
I mean, just I'm trying to think. What I'm kind of saying is like I got lost in the not so much that I did like bad things. I got lost in the situation that I was in, and so I didn't think about like when it was over. I couldn't physically fucking move. Like I was just like, oh, I have to do this. I'm in this situation. And so, like, I did things that, like, I physically, like, when I was 10 couldn't do. Like, I couldn't run that much. But somehow I fucking did because just like when you're a kid and you're pretending something's going on and you play pretend, you really believe that you're kind of in that situation.
Well, getting shot with a paintball gun fucking sucks. Yeah, so I'm gonna run, yeah, hell. I mean, but when I did play paintball, I mean, I ducked a lot, and then I got, like, too many squats going on, so this isn't, like, really serious. This is just for fun. So towards the end, I was like, ow, my legs hurt. So I just started walking around upright and getting shot a shitload. And like, all right, I'm out. I'm walking away. And the next day, my legs were fucking jello because I did like 1,000 squats, basically duck.
You're ducking down.
I had to miss school for 2 days because I could not fucking move.
Damn.
Well,
in the case of like the D-Day thing, that stuff is more fun when you are immersed in it.
Absolutely.
It's not as fun if you like. Oh,
I just pictured a kid playing laser tag like.
Absolutely.
And then flipping out like going commando on some kid. Punching his ass.
Or just like, I sent a guy to the fucking hospital, like, cut his nose off.
Stop, he's already dead.
Don't get that immersed.
But it's just like, it shows how like easy it is to just like, I mean like, once you get into something and you're told to get in the mindset of something, if you're sometimes you just really get into what you're doing, and you just you're a part of it.
Absolutely. I think the idea, though, that most people want to hold on to is that in the case of, like, with the Stanford Project, you have a moral compass that is going to guide you. What the fuck? They just get up there. You know what I mean?
He always stays there.
And so, with that, there's the idea of getting caught up in the experiment, and then there's the idea of you finally being...
Really?
Because, like... I know this about, at least like you and I, Marcus.
Not about me. What is it?
Well, you and me is, if someone's being an asshole and they come up to you and me and try to tell us what to do, like if we're fellow guards, our first reaction is to be like, fuck you, guy, who put you in charge? You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not going to let some asshole that doesn't have the right to be talk down to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm like that too.
You know what I mean.
And when I have to put up with it at work, I am furious.
Like
I will dwell on it.
And that's my thing too. It's like I don't like being talked down to, and so like at work,
I think I got
your
that
boss
from you.
can do it, and it's like, okay, you're my fucking boss, so I have to eat this shit, even though this sucks. And an experiment. No, you fucking don't outrank me. We're both guard number 1 and 2 here.
In retrospect, we say that absolutely, but at the same time, that person in the room with him is the authority figure in the situation. And so...
I'm saying, in this situation, we're all fellow guards.
Yeah.
So, how are you authority over us?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
They may have given them roles, I don't know.
No, they didn't. I was talking about, like, the electrocuting the guy.
Okay.
Oh, no, we're talking about 2 different experiments here.
So, yeah, on the Stanford one, in that one, part of it, I think, like, a couple of the guys got too into it, and it became a thing where, like, I think I read, like, one of the guards was like, I did it because I was afraid not to do it.
Oh, my God.
Because one of the...
Oh shit, I thought you were...
Walk over it. You could say, oh, God, to that, but there's situations...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that.
There's situations where
I don't know. I've never been in it.
There's situations that we might do that in, we're like, well, shit, I'm just going to do it and to avoid this bullshit right here. And we know, for a fact there are people who constantly... give in to the wrong choice because it's fucking peer pressure and it's like in a much more complicated form of like.
But like that's the same logic that the Nazis.
Absolutely, I was just about to say that though.
That's what I was driving at. That was his whole talk.
Exact same excuse that they gave, and I think like the moral lesson that you take is, I guess that's what separates certain people to like stare in the face of that adversity and be like. Fuck you.
There are some people in history who don't do it.
If this is how I go out, then
fucking Schindler, Oscar
come and
Schindler.
get me. Yeah, then fucking come get me.
Oscar Schindler looked at it and realized it was wrong.
And he was
a fucking Nazi.
Be the lesson that you just and deep down, even the kids in that experiment with the the guard stuff, I feel like deep down everyone's got that line that when crossed they are like. Absolutely not. Like I'm not fucking doing that. You know what I mean? Even if they're
brainwashing is powerful shit.
And brainwashing is powerful shit.
In the experiment, they weren't brainwashed. Nazis were fucking brainwashed.
Yeah, they were fucking
brainwashed. Their minds and he was planning on making a whole new generation of them. He was working on the youth.
I mean, that's some scary shit that people can have that power. Damn, I talk about not being able to have a good view down there because it would have been better just to be like pop, pop, pop.
But I flashed him. So
look at him popping the ladder back.
Damn. Sarah playing the ball, get her.
I know. I was about to say, damn, Ethel could have warned a bro back there. We just.
Oh yeah. Oh, I do have ammo.
that, Uncle
And
Grandpa.
so, no, I'm not saying like I think it's like kind of.
Oh my god.
It's one of those things where like I get it, and then, like I totally understand that, but at the same time, like you said, it's.
I'm literally just debating this also for the conversation's sake
Yeah.
of our commentary.
It's totally like,
you know?
it's totally like this.
It's just an interesting argument.
It's a moral situation. It's like obviously the right decision is this, but you did not choose that. And
it's one thing to, you're absolutely right. It's one thing to say that post fact, you know, to be like, oh, hey, I'm not in the situation. I have, because I mean, your observation
I
of
hate
any,
hypotheticals. You know, I fucking hate.
yeah,
hypotheticals.
absolutely. But what I'm saying here is not even to deal with hypotheticals. It's more to deal with the fact that I think, you know, 9 times out of 10, your judgment being like a third party in the situation and like outside looking in is always going to be clearer than if you're in the actual situation analyzing it.
Because when you have to react to something instantly, it's different.
Yeah,
but remember when me and Sean were sitting in the Taco Bueno doing fucked up hypotheticals back and forth, and finally like, Sean, there are a bunch of kids sitting behind us. Shut up! Like, oh yeah. Sorry.
I can't even remember the fucked up hypothetical.
Crazy.
When was this?
This was right after the party, the bachelor party.
Oh, was I with y'all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were the one who was like, guys, you're saying some fucked up shit, and there's some kids over there.
Oh, yes. Damn, I gotta get me some Taco Bueno soon.
I like this. What you all of this has arrived at. I need some fucking Taco Bueno.
I would get some right now. I fucking love me some Taco Bueno. It's good. But yeah, Marcus does. Oh, shit. That's some Blair Witch shit right there, him waiting down here like that.
In the crypt.
Yeah. So, welcome to the sex party.
Shotgun, just in case.
But yeah, like Marcus does hate hypotheticals, absolutely, and it.
This isn't exactly a hypothetical because it's actually happened.
Yeah, it actually happened. Yeah,
and we're discussing there actually.
As long as we don't get, I think, it doesn't become a hypothetical as long as we don't go. Well, what would you do?
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And we are intelligently discussing the different aspects of the situation. I mean, it's not like we're looking at the situation and what happened. And comparing differences between brainwashing and the situation they're in too. Well,
no, I like the you like, but it's such an important experiment. It's almost it's an unfortunate thing that it happened, but it's also like there's a lot of good stuff that came out of like seeing this
that knowledge, like knowing what. Yes, absolutely. And sometimes the human race needs a fucking wake-up call to be like, shit, we act like hell sometimes, you know? Yeah. And seeing that. Because I
encourage anyone listening to watch that. Get on Netflix, watch every TED Talks. Every TED Talks is great. But if you can find that one on the nature of evil, watch it. Great.
There's a ton of documentaries on that one. A ton.
Yeah, they even reference it in Community.
Yeah. I mean, I know about that experiment. I'm just saying that guy particularly was very inspiring. That speaker was a very good speaker.
Absolutely. And down into the crypt we go.
Tales from the Crypt.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Oh yeah, the exact same puzzle I did a few minutes ago.
Yes.
Only with some minor annoyances.
What the hell is that? Oh yes. This Dunzo. I love it stops the thing too. That's awesome.
No, it doesn't. This is going really dirt slow. Where is it? I don't want to die here. That would be embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it looked like that was what it was gonna do. Oh shit.
No, these guys are easy as long as they don't think you. I think there's gold in there.
Oh yeah.
I missed that one time, or for a long time, because I didn't want to deal with you guys. Fuck off! Leave me alone, little critters. They've been imprinted on me. That was the first thing they saw when they hatched.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna have to deal with them so I can get this treasure.
Get back.
When I was a little kid, my dad did that voice with Easter Bunny. No, Dylan, don't eat me. And then I started freaking out and crying. Nah! I couldn't eat it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dad. No.
No, I'm sorry, Easter Bunny. I don't want to kill you.
Hell yeah, treasure. And more right there, damn. Will you take the spinal?
Fuck no.
Will you take the green herb?
You take my hand in marriage.
I'll give you my hand in marriage.
What is that from?
Futurama.
Oh yeah, that episode I hate. That's right.
What episode was that?
The opera episode.
I don't have an episode of Futurama I hate. There are
Where
some,
he-
like,
where-
Well, the new
Is
ones.
it where he
the
plays-
new ones.
Oh,
He
that's
plays it
not
on the holophone.
I know.
That's like
that's
season
like
two.
that's like the last episode of season 4, I think.
Is
The
it?
opera
He plays
episode.
the
Yeah.
on the holophone.
Holophone.
Yeah, the holophone.
Because that's the one where you find
Oh, I
out
think
that
you're right. I think
maybe
you're absolutely
Leela will actually like Fry, and then they leave it at that. And then they brought it back, and that's when it sucked.
Yeah. The movies were awesome.
Back to the stop bringing shit back after 10 years and ruining it.
Yes, the movies were really good.
Well,
That's the thing is
a couple of them were, and one of them was just bizarre.
The Wild Yonder one, that one was
Wild
good.
Green Yonder was
Yeah,
good. The
that was
first
good.
Oh yeah, that one was really
Bender's
good.
Big Score
It
was really good.
Beast with a Billion Backs was strange.
Yeah, Beast with a Billion Backs like had some stuff
kind
where
of
it was like,
disturbing.
this is dumb. And honestly, like it kind of treated the characters like crap. It didn't treat them like individual characters. It was like, well, we need everybody.
Like the
to do
final
it.
episode of Seinfeld.
Oh man, the final
One of the
episode.
worst episodes.
Absolutely.
Way to end a series in
happened?
history. Just watch it.
I won't. I never watched Seinfeld.
Well, then you'll never know how bad it is.
But that's one show where like I
it's terribly ended. It is one of the worst finales ever.
Was it
So
Kill
is-
Jerry?
Huh?
They killed Jerry.
No, they violated a Good Samaritan law, and
Larry David came back, and Larry David has problems with writing endings. That's what it is.
yeah, and so
He's a genius writer, but he never.
they're
ends
put in
anything
jail,
right.
essentially.
Yep.
Yeah, they're put in jail.
That's the end of the show.
They go to the trial, and the trial is an excuse to have every character that's ever been on the show testify against them, so you can see them one last time,
Oh,
and then they're put in jail
For what? Yeah.
for violating the Good Samaritan law because they're laughing at a fat guy as he's getting like robbed or molested or something. Robbed.
Molested. Good God, that would be the worst episode of anything ever.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's just like poorly done, and it's like I don't know. It's one of the rare instances where you can just unitedly, as a group, 100% call out like this is bullshit. You know, like this is just lazy fucking writing.
You know they thought it was good though. I genuinely don't think Larry David was just like, oh, I'm just gonna end this like crappily. I think he thought it was good. He just didn't understand that people liked his characters. He thought he was cynical enough to believe he could just end it that way. People would think it was funny.
Yeah, but, I mean, people were freaking out that it was going to be off the air. You know.
Yeah. I mean, everybody loves those characters. That loves the show.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably a Friends guy. You didn't like Seinfeld.
I loved Friends. I mean, I loved both. I was an
Kudos for
NBC.
you for staying away from that.
Like, there's some. I've watched some episodes of Friends and stuff like that.
Actually, then
you're
I'm just
looking at
gonna
like, oh, there you go. I watched
Where'd that
ton of
chainsaw guy get off?
cartoons
No, he
past
fell
what
in,
we would
shit.
Consider the cartoon age.
You only watch cartoons?
Yeah, I mean, like I watch a lot of cartoons, stuff like that. Like the like. In the early 2000s, I watched through the Batman animated series, through all that stuff.
Yeah,
through,
that's
like also through the Justice League.
Fuck.
The Justice.
Oh, wow.
The Batman animated series was one of the best like single superhero written shows. Like the Justice League is equal in my opinion.
Really?
It's some of the most mature, amazing storylines I've ever read.
That's
Or
awesome.
I've ever watched. Like one of the last episodes that connected with the Batman Beyond show. Like to this day, still drives me to tears,
Really?
man. I mean, it was just good.
Are you?
Oh,
fucking
fuck. Gotta back
kidding
his
me?
butt up.
Yeah. Fuck this shit.
Oh!
If another one comes out, I will.
Now, I
be
think if you
fucking
kick, it
pissed.
doesn't turn into a blogger, right?
No, it can.
Oh, damn.
Wait for the jump.
Oh, yeah.
You can't shoot them, and apparently they're can't.
Damn.
Climb.
I remember Phil Gill playing this game one time, just going, and he miraculously escaped somehow again.
It was funny watching Phil Gill play this game. He got pretty far.
He beat it.
Did he?
Yeah. He
Oh,
beat it like
okay.
twice.
I didn't know
Because I
that.
remember him running away from the regenerator and going, "Ooh, gotta put my Nikes on."
Yes!
Gotta put my Nikes on.
Gotta put my Nikes on.
Oh, that boy
I'll never
thought he was
forget
black.
this dude. One time we stopped at a stoplight and he just looked at me like, "Hey, put your hood up," you know, like my fucking hoodie. It's like, oh, I love that dude.
Yeah, he's so great.
He is an awesome dude.
Is he in the Coast Guard still? I didn't mean to climb that.
Yeah, he's still in the Coast Guard. He's living in California now.
He didn't go the West route and get kicked out.
Oh, did he? West got
West-
kicked out?
All right, we should talk about this on air.
Okay.
But yes, he did.
Damn. Damn.
Well, I gotta. Whenever this breaks, we'll smoke. I gotta smoke a cigarette anyway. I'll tell you what happened. I think
All
you
right.
know. I think you know.
Okay. So it's like, this sounds like it's a good story.
It is. Am I backtracking? Yeah, I need to go. I need to go back.
Yeah,
to the,
yeah.
the door
You
over here.
absolutely
I
are.
was like, I think this is where.
Yeah, this is where we
gotta go
came
to the
in.
lion
They
door.
were all
That's where we
cooking
came
s'mores
in.
and shit.
I just got to go to the lion door to the left here. Here we go. Because I have the stone now.
Yeah, because there's the marshmallow fire.
Man, now I want to marshmallow.
I want some s'mores, man.
Ooh, that just
Is that like a
sounded
stoner? Some s'mores,
Hell yeah.
man.
Fuck yeah, man. Let's take the surface elevator up.